Green Book document is one of many, many documents that sort of circulates within the royal palaces, and ordinarily under sort of day-to-day conditions. But here we have an allegation, a suggestion that this actual document, or a copy of that document, has been sold to the News of the World. I think it's worth noting here that telephone numbers, mobile phone numbers, etc., members of the royal family, are known to a huge variety of people. For example, chauffeurs, dressers, ladies in waiting, and so forth, because this is essential information, documentation that needs to be passed on and shared by others simply because of the movement of members of the royal family. But ordinarily, I can see the problem here. Here you have a document that is confidential, not necessarily top secret, but has suddenly, if we are to believe, found its way into the hands of the News of the World. Now, until such times that email has been investigated by Scotland Yard and we have a name to look at and that person, he or she, is interviewed, can we then take it to its natural conclusion and say,
but in all fairness, Ken, anybody who has the phone numbers of the royal family have the phone numbers because they've been put in a position of trust where they feel they can be trusted. So whether it's someone higher up in the rankings, like yourself, or someone lower down guarding the gate of Kensington Palace, it doesn't matter. This is a huge breach of confidentiality and possibly illegal.
I mean, certainly it is illegal, and I'm not in any way wishing to sort of downsize this. I mean, it's a serious offence. If true, I mean, it throws a pretty poor light on the Metropolitan Police Service, who have been charged and guarded with looking after this sort of information. Of course it does, I should imagine.
And raises massive questions over just how safe the royal family are.
Well, I think that's another issue. We've had, release of information in the past, telephone numbers and addresses, etc. And certainly in my time, in 16 years working within that department, I can honestly say that, never once was their security compromised. This is slightly different. I think we ought to be slightly careful and not assume simply because someone has someone's private telephone number, they are immediately at risk. It's certainly a breach of in-house, arrangements, but I don't think we should leave here and say, well, look, because this information was passed to the News of the World, that the entire royal family was at risk because a copy of all that Green Book had gone into the wrong hands.